Hello, everyone. Welcome to the MMA Rundown. I'm Drew Shannon. He's Albert Cameron. Albert, last night in Altoona, an unbelievable card of fighting. We can't talk about it right now. We'll talk about it next week here on the MMA Rundown.
We're actually going to put the whole main event of Salzman versus Gathers on this TV show for you guys because we care.
That's right.
Before we get started in the news and notes, I want to thank all of our fans and supporters, brothers and sisters of mine who have been coming out, especially Kyle, Christian, and Gabriel from the West Branch School District. Guys, thank you so much for your support. And coming up, we got news and notes.
That's coming up next on the MMA Rundown. Stick around. Welcome back to the MMA Rundown, and it's time now for news and notes.
Drew, take it away.
All right, it's go time. Complete Devastation and UFC veteran Corey Hill going to be drawing Ryan Thomas at XFC 21 on December 7th. The bout to be televised on AXS TV.
AXS TV, of course, is the former HDNet. Corey Hill has been rumored he's gonna fight for XFC. He's had a couple opponents who it hasn't worked out. It hasn't panned out. Corey Hill has drawn Ryan Thomas at XFC 2021. I think Ryan Thomas is in for the same problem that Daryl Madison had when he fought Corey Hill at Complete Devastation. Those limbs are so long, and Corey is so strong that chokes are going to be coming from areas I don't think Ryan Thomas is going to be able to defend from. But from both of us, good luck to you, Corey Hill, and to you, Ryan Thomas.
Well, remember, Complete Devastation 5.
The night Altoona blew up.
Corey Hill. That fight didn't even get out of the first round.
No,
and that choke was phenomenal.
Daryl Madison was out, and he didn't know he was out. That was the scary thing. He was asleep and didn't know it.
All right. Rickson Gracie's Master of Combat promotion to make their debut on November 20th in Rio de Janeiro. Master of Combat making their own rules and bringing back the team concept. What do you know about that?
Well, we all remember the International Fight League fondly. They took teams. It was kind of like amateur wrestling where we had teams that came together, different weight classes, and they fought. My team for the IFL was the Nevada Lions. The IFL didn't last. Now, Rickson Gracie is the quintessential legend of mixed martial arts. His brother Hoyce fought in the UFC, and Rickson, as told by Elio, his father, Rickson was a much better martial arts out of all of his boys. Rickson Gracie's going to Rio, and they're going to be doing the Master of Combat in their own way. They're not going to have judges. If a fight does not end by stoppage, they're going to have Rickson vote, they're going to have John McCarthy vote, and then the fans are going to get the third vote. The team concept is also coming back. Rickson Gracie has gone on record to say if a fight is in the heat of exchange at the end of a round, the referee will not stop in to stop the fight. They're going to let it go until the action stalls. I don't see Master of Combat coming to the United States with our strict athletic commissions anytime soon. But, it's mixed martial arts. It's mixed martial arts. You should go out and support it.
Exactly. Dana White confirming that women's MMA is on its way to the UFC. Rowdy Ronda Rousey on her way to becoming the first UFC female fighter. This is great news for the world of mixed martial arts.
I want you to tell me who called it weeks ago. Who called it?
He did.
I called it. Now, unfortunately, this is awesome. Women's MMA is coming to the UFC, but unfortunately, this now spells a death sentence for Strikeforce. Strikeforce really, they had good guys. They had Gilbert Melendez, they had Daniel Cormier, but now they were really banking on women's MMA. Now that women's MMA is transplanting over to the UFC, I think Strikeforce is going to end up being folded into the UFC. All of us need to give big props to Rowdy Ronda Rousey for really campaigning to get women's MMA in the UFC and really being that voice in Dana White's ear saying, this is legit, let's get these fights going on the big stage.
Dana White also announcing the future of Brock Lesnar in mixed martial arts, that he's pretty much done.
Yeah. Brock Lesnar's body can't handle the training required to be a competitive mixed martial artist, which kind of says something about his professional wrestling career because both of those sports are very, very taxing on the human form.
Well, apparently Lesnar's contract with WWE is up in April, and the UFC was his leverage point with the WWE. Now that he doesn't have that, God only knows what's going to happen.
Brock Lesnar does have a career ahead of him where he's coaching, training, teaching. I don't think he's going to be making as much as when he was headlining UFCs or WrestleManias, but the guy's got a lot to offer the world yet.
And Japan's Shoto organization adopting 5-round title fights starting in January 2013. Non-title fights will remain 3 rounds. Class B or amateur fights will remain 2 rounds.
I love Shudo. I gotta tell you, love Shudo. Shudo's more of a hybrid, closer. The rules more closely resemble.
There you go.
Western boxing.
Believe that in.
Then they do mixed martial arts. They have the standing 8 count. Guys go to the neutral corner. But now they're going to 5-minute rounds, which is making title fights more legit. In Japan, sometimes the Japan-American crossover with mixed martial arts we can lose a lot of translation. And it's nice to see that all of our organizations are coming together with an understood rule set, so that whenever guys are traveling transatlantic or trans-Pacific, that they're able to compete in a more level playing ground.
All right, that's it for news and notes. Coming up, segment number 2 of What's Eating Albert Cameron. The single most requested segment is back. It's coming up next on the MMA Rundown. Welcome back to the MMA Rundown. It's time for the single most requested segment, What's Eating Albert Cameron. You got 1 email.
My mom said she wanted to see it too.
All right, I'll give it to you. All right. I mentioned a topic, and you go off on it.
Yeah.
These topics have been pre-selected by Mr. Cameron, and he ain't happy about a single one of them. Let's get underway. People who say we want as if to speak for the masses.
There are a handful of people in the world that I'm comfortable speaking for me. Elected officials, my high school principal, my mama. When these people are going to the internet saying, we want to see George St. Pierre fight a gorilla, we want to see Anderson Silva fight a cheetah. No, you're not speaking for me. You're speaking for you, trying to get a cast of thousands sounding like you got in your back pocket, and you don't. Okay, when you say we want, you're talking you. You are not talking Albert Cameron. You might not even be talking Drew Shannon. Drew is a guy with a good head on his shoulders, and he would say in a very intelligent kind of way, hey, Albert, I would like to see this fight. And I would say, hey, Drew, that is a great fight idea. I disagree with you for these reasons. Not, hey, Albert, we want to see this fight because all my buddies in the back parking lot want to see it too. He doesn't have buddies in the back parking lot. He has some guys who are helping him move because we like him. We think he's a nice guy. Okay, he doesn't have people who are angry and lighting torches because George St. Pierre ain't fighting, Ken Shamrock from back in the day with his time machine. Okay, Doc Brown isn't taking George St. Pierre to Ken Shamrock in the 90s. You're not representing us. We want, no, you want. Albert Cameron does not.
You don't want to see somebody fight a cheetah? Moving on.
I kind of do.
Okay, moving on. MMA was so much better back in 2005. The UFC sucks today.
You know what else was better back in 2005? The middle school dance you went to when you were 12, back in 2005. 2005 was a great year for mixed martial arts. I will give you that. You know what was even better year? 2007. 2007 was known as the year of the WTF because that's the year Crow Cop got knocked out with his own left high kick. That is the year, not Kimbo Slice, but there was a lot of big fights that went on. The UFC is evolving. No matter what fight is put on tomorrow, it will not be the same as the fights of yesterday. Move on. You want the UFC to put on better fights? Go support these fights. Don't pay for tickets whenever you don't want to see those fights. Dollars talk. Spend your money if you say that the UFC sucks. Go spend money on the cards you want to see. You want to stick it to the man? Go watch King of the Cage. Go watch Complete Devastation Mixed Martial Arts 7. You spend our money there, we'll be happy to put on the fights you want to see. Complaining about it on the internet is going to get you absolutely nowhere. Ask your parents who had AOL Instant Messenger. They will tell you the same thing. I am just telling you now and wasting my breath. Josh Koscheck, if you're watching this, I'm very sorry that you have to hear this, but it's the truth. When Josh Koscheck was on The Ultimate Fighter, it is the episode that will live in infamy. Him and Bobby Southworth thought it'd be a good idea to pour water on Christopher Lieben, who is sociopathic. The dude is unhinged. You guys knew that, so hey, let's pour water on the guy, because that's going to end very, very well, isn't it? That's like kicking a bulldog and not expecting to get bitten. You know what's going to happen. So you go on there and you say, I'm an instigator. I instigate things. Well, if you're an instigator, people are not going to like you. They teach you this stuff when you're in elementary school. If you instigate things, people will not like you. Therefore, I do not like you. When you were going on record putting George St. Pierre on blast, saying about how you're going to beat George St. Pierre. George St. Pierre almost put his elbow through your forehead. And I was glad. I was there with you at Champs that night. We were watching it. It was glorious.
Glorious.
I celebrated in your defeat, Josh. Now, you're kind of mellowing these kind of days, which is glad. I hope you would turn into a decent human being. But until then, you still have a lot to prove in the eyes of Albert Cameron.
Bullies.
Okay, now this is where I'm going to stop being humorous and being funny. Bullies, if you're watching this, you got to stop. You really got to stop. I mean, there is nothing, absolutely nothing that gives you authority over anybody to try to make their lives miserable for your own enjoyment. It's seriously, it's ridiculous. There are people that you're counting in your everyday lives that you have an opportunity to make better and to know these people and to interact and to have more people just more about your energy. And you are going out of your way to make people miserable. And for what? It is senseless. You know, people, you don't have any right to make anyone's life miserable. Just knock it off. I went through high school. It was awful. But now I am friends with very dangerous human beings, and they are nice guys. You know, increase the peace, man. Silence the violence.
Coming from a scrawny kid who was picked on just about every single day in his life in junior high and high school, I totally agree with you.
I was a large child named Albert. And we're better off for it. So, like, you know...
Hey, we're on TV. Yeah. Where are they?
Exactly. So if someone's picking on you, lift your chin up. You know, you always got Albert Cameron and Drew Shannon got your back. Bullies, just knock it off. You're not impressing anybody.
Coming up on our spotlight fight, Ryan Kloepping versus Levi McCord. That's next on the MMA Rundown. Stay tuned.
It's the MMA Rundown on ABC 23, and now it's time for the MMA Rundown Spotlight Fight.
Introducing first, in the red corner, with a record of 3-3-0, standing at 5'11", fighting for Arishion Fighting Sports, Ryan Kloepping. His opponent fighting out of the blue corner, with a record of 3-1-0, standing at 5'8", and fighting for Northeast Pummelington, Levi McCord.
Drew, welcome back to Cageside. McCord versus Kloepping.
This is going to be an excellent bout.
Drew, I got a chance to talk to McCord yesterday at the weigh-ins. He's so intense, so ready to go out there and do what he does. Both guys are feeling each other out.
Well, 2 out of 4 McCord's fights have ended in decision. McCord has a good gas tank, and he has the knockout power. So.
Absolutely has the knockout power. Oh! Oh! Knees and leg kicks.
Nice, Levi, nice.
Drew, if you remember back to earlier Complete Devastation Mixed Martial Arts, we called the Levi McCord versus Sam Divine fight. In Complete Devastation Mixed Martial Arts history, that has to be the closest fight that could have gone anywhere.
Definitely one of the closest.
Levi McCord pulled that victory out in...
Tuck that knee in, Levi, tuck that knee in.
And it very well. I mean, that fight could have gone to Divine or McCord. McCord here returning to Complete Devastation Mixed Martial Arts.
Kloepping's first fight is the only one of his fights to go out in the second round.
Kloepping, of course, coming off a KO loss to Tommy Dybernard. You have to think, both these guys always come out, all the amateurs come out here tonight with something to prove. Coming off a loss, perhaps more motivation to come out and win big, but all these guys here who fight in Altoona, who fight in Johnstown, fight in the Northeast, always looking to prove something to themselves, to their fans, to their corners. And this fight is not disappointed whatsoever. These guys are defending, they're putting on offense.
Let me talk about that last fight briefly. I didn't even know what happened. Just a minute 4, just from out of nowhere.
Absolutely.
Unbelievable.
And you have to think that Jason Royer is back in the back tonight. Still very upset.
Oh, here we go.
What a sprawl by Kloepping, but Levi McCord is not done.
Levi, you can't stay there.
Levi's corner telling him to keep it on it, keep moving.
Tell him he can't stay in the position he's in now, and there we go.
McCord finds himself in the guard position of Kloepping.
Time to work, break the guard, the body.
Right now would be a perfect opportunity for Levi McCord to start putting those shots in the solar plexus of Kloepping. You cannot breathe, you cannot defend, Drew.
10 seconds to go here in this first round.
McCord letting him
Let's
up.
go, Levi, let's go, come on. We gotta finish the round, let's go.
And that is it.
I'm going to say excellent punch-kick combinations on the part of McCord. He's punching, he's kicking, he's making Kloepping guess as to where the next strikes are going to come from. Again, Levi's camp yesterday said they're looking to end the fight early tonight.
And Chip Snyder starting the action.
Oh! What a snap to that kick, Drew.
Again, punch kick combinations. McCord looking to take him down.
That's fine, Levi. That's fine.
Series of kicks.
Absolutely.
By
Kloepping.
McCord.
That has to be weighing on Kloepping. A lot. Kloepping answering with his own kick, and the punches keep coming. I think a lot of credit goes to McCord for his pace in the fight. Drew.
Nice, nice.
He's not expending. He's flurrying. He's doing punches and bunches, but he's not tiring
Good
himself
move,
out.
Levi. That's it.
Start working on that. He's working on that left leg there.
Absolutely. If you cannot stand, Drew, you cannot defend.
Exactly. You got to take the wheels out from under him.
Oh.
What did we see there?
We saw a front kick attempt, and Levi McCord just took a Kloepping kick to his midsection and answered with one of his own. Levi McCord is such an excellent, methodical fighter. He's wearing Kloepping down.
Shots to the head.
Shots to the chin.
Both of them taking shots to the head.
Flurry of punches from Kloepping. These guys are trading. McCord and Kloepping are trading the same way that McCord and Devine did.
Unreal.
And we saw how McCord won that game. I'd say McCord's still the aggression in the fight, but Kloepping is taking the shots, it's absorbing them. But how many of those shots do you want to eat before you decide to change your game plan?
Exactly.
Ooh. Excellent front kick, left hook combination.
You connect with him?
No, he grazed McCord, but still, excellent form.
Working on that left leg again. Again, if you can't stand, you can't fight. He's got to keep working on that.
Drew, McCord's trying to take away Kloepping's leading leg. Oh!
And that is it.
What a way to end a round.
Round number 2 in the books.
Now, Drew, I think McCord is scoring the more points. I think Kloepping's corner is going to be getting in there and telling him you need to put up the pressure, you need to use more effective strikes.
Quick mention our next bout. Our next, when we see you next time, Complete Devastation 6, September 15th in Clearfield County's Fairgrounds.
If I didn't know better, I believe Levi McCord is on that poster, Drew.
I would think he is, yes. All right, round number 3. This is it.
Drew, both these guys do not want this fight to go to the judges' hands. I think Kloepping does not want that more than McCord does. Oh, McCord opening up big.
Definitely, this fight is favoring McCord right now.
Oh, this fight's explosive, Drew. Explosive.
Good movement, Levi. Good movement.
Oh, Kloepping follows through. Oh! Big slam from Kloepping. Drew, I have to wonder, is that going to be enough in the judges' eyes to tilt the fight his way?
I don't know. I don't envy the judges at all, I can tell you that much.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Action hot and heavy here at Complete Devastation 5. Ryan Kloepping versus Levi McCord in the 3rd round here.
Drew, throughout this fight, McCord has done some excellent handwork, excellent kicks. That's not to say he is not capable on the ground. Kloepping, though, is doing an excellent job holding him down.
Hey, Levi.
Levi trying to get some body shots in there.
Absolutely.
There you go, Levi. There you go. That's it. That's
Kloepping
it.
trying to pass McCord's guard.
Kloepping's corner telling him to work on the body.
Keep pounding, Levi. Keep pounding.
You have to, all the shots that McCord has put on Kloepping so far have to be paying, almost, let's say paying dividends right now. But he's done the legwork to tire Kloepping out. He keeps those shots up. Oh, Kloepping has a head and arm choke, Drew. He's got a head and arm choke, Drew. It is solid. It is tight. McCord is in trouble, Drew. McCord is in real trouble.
Relax, Levi. Relax. Relax, Levi.
Levi McCord telling Chip Snyder he is still there with the thumbs out.
Getting those shots into the side.
There you go. Great space.
McCord is not giving up.
What a credit to McCord's gas tank, Drew.
Great space, Levi. There you go. There you go.
Oh, Drew, McCord got enough of the shoulder in to take away some of the effectiveness, some of the butt off the.
Definitely not as effective as it was. We got 10 seconds left in this bout.
Can Levi McCord hold on for 10 seconds, Drew? Can he hang on for 10 seconds?
This is going to go to the judges if
Absolutely.
he does.
Oh,
That's
saved
it.
by the bell.
Round number 3 is in
What
the books. It
showmanship
is
from
gone
Levi
to,
McCord.
gone to the judges here.
Drew, all the guys here tonight, just excellent sportsmanship. All these guys are willing to congratulate each other on great fights, on great action.
Well, that's the beauty about this, is just the sportsmanship is unbelievable. I'm going to head up to the ring right now with the official decision.
Sounds great, Drew. What a fight night tonight in Altoona, ladies and gentlemen. It is truly an honor to be here at Complete Devastation Mixed Martial Arts 5. These fights have been incredible. So the variety of decisions of different things. I do have the honor of sitting here next to Levi McCord's corner. Guys, Levi did an excellent job here tonight.
Great fight, yeah.
Was
good strikes both sides, good leg kicks.
Absolutely.
You guys were whacking, good shape.
Really took away Kloepping's lead leg there. Was that planned for?
Yeah, absolutely. We're just trying to small cage. We're trying to create space. Use his speed.
Absolutely. We go to Drew for the decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, the judges have rendered their decision. Judge number 1 scores this bout 28-29. Judge number 2 scores this bout 28-29. Judge number 3 scores this bout 27-30. Your winner by unanimous decision, in the red corner, Ryan Kloepping.
Yeah, crowd in Altoona is not happy with that decision here tonight. Wow. Congratulations to Ryan Kloepping again at the end of the fight. He had Levi McCord in that head and arm choke. We questioned, would that be enough in the judge's mind? And apparently it was.
Hard-fought victory tonight.
Yeah, definitely. It's a tough kid.
What's in the future for you, Ryan?
I'm just going to keep on fighting. Wherever I can get fights, I'm going to keep going.
All right, congratulations on a hard-fought victory. Give it up once again for Ryan Kloepping, everybody.
Welcome back to the MMA Rundown. Excellent fight.
That was actually the fight where Levi McCord got slammed so hard that his spine actually broke through the cage. His spine was fine.
It's the spot we call the Levi McCord spot.
That was Levi McCord's spot. Referee Chip Snyder was like, oh, that's kind of soft. And sure enough, they had to take 10 minutes and replace broken board. So that was a fight that always sticks kind of here.
All right, let's take a look at the mailbag right now. Let's see. From Ken in Clearfield, he writes, Drew and Albert, I think we all agree that the fights in Clearfield were awesome, talking about Complete Devastation MMA 6. Do you know if MMA is coming back to the fairgrounds anytime soon?
I actually spoke to the promoters and the producers. We all consider Complete Devastation Mixed Martial Arts 6 a success, and thank you to everyone who came out and supported great fights. That was a great night of fights. That could have gone one way or another, and I think it ended up tipping the scales in the awesome category. I don't know when, but I have heard a lot of people say that they are planning on promoting in Clearfield again. Now we're going to spin it on you guys. Drew, we have a question for the fans. We want them to send us responses.
What is your favorite promotion to watch and why? All you have to do is leave comments on our YouTube channel or email them to hosts@themmarundown.com or hit us up on Twitter or Facebook. Once again, leave them. If you're watching us on YouTube, there's little comments down there. You can leave them.
Or a thumbs up would be nice too.
A thumbs up would be awesome. Very cool. Leave the comments on the YouTube channel. Tell us what your favorite promotion is and why. And if you're watching us on TV, go to YouTube and leave a comment. Or
smartphone, email us.
Smartphone, email us, hit us up on Facebook, hit Albert up on Twitter, whatever you got to do. Social media is such a fantastic thing when used properly.
We're all about options.
Totally. Coming up, the Rundown Lowdown. It's Eric the Monster Moon from Complete Devastation MMA 6. Don't you go anywhere. It's the MMA Rundown on ABC 23 and YouTube.
Ladies and gentlemen, the hits keep on coming. I'm here with Eric Moon, who's going to be fighting in our main event here tonight. Eric's very nice to talk to you. Eric, you got the rubber match coming up with Tanya Dixon, our main event. How do you feel about that?
I'm pretty pumped about it. I mean, it'll be a good fight. Yeah, last time we fought, we had a good 3-round scrap. I think that, it'll just be a good fight. I've been training pretty hard. I was initially supposed to fight in Minnesota this weekend, and the card got canceled. And got picked up on this card on Monday. So.
Well, I can say that we're all very glad to have you now. Eric, you are a veteran of some of the bigger shows like King of the Cage. Actually fought Crazy Horse Bennett. You're carrying a lot of those experience going into tonight, right? Okay. How did you prepare for this fight differently, or with the same opponent in mind, knowing this is a rubber match?
Well, the thing about it being a rubber match is tough because we both fought each other twice prior. We've been in the cage, for about 15, 20 minutes together. So and that's what you know a lot about him. It's not much is going to change. So I didn't really change anything about how I trained for this fight. I take every fight the same. I take it with the same intensity as far as what I want to give myself. And when it comes down to it, this level, it's not really about what you want to do, or about what the other guy's going to do to you. You really want to make yourself, be a complete mixed martial artist, and make sure you're prepared for everything. Because although we fought each other twice prior to this, you can come out with something new. So you want to be prepared for everything.
Eric, win or lose, what's the next step? What are you going on to after tonight?
After this, I'm going to be fighting in October at the Score in Sarnia, Ontario. And then hopefully after that, I'll be back in Bellator.
Outstanding. Ladies and gentlemen, Eric Moon, probably one of the more veteran, decorated fighters we've had here, Complete Devastation. Good luck to you in your fight. Looking forward to seeing it.
Another great show in the books, Albert. Next week is going to be even better. It's probably going to be one of the best shows we've ever done. Episode 20. We've made it 20 episodes, and to celebrate, we've got an excellent. Tell them.
It's the main event of Charlie the Madman Catherines versus Tyler the Daywalker Saltzman. If you missed it, you missed a lot. But because Drew and Albert really like you, we're going to bring you the main event. It's the fight that we're all talking about. Tune in next week. We're going to get that fight in its entirety.
Now, over the coming weeks, we'll also be showing other bouts from Complete Devastation MMA 7, including the ladies' bout.
O'Neal versus Kern.
So be watching as well. It's the MMA Rundown here, not only on ABC 23, but on YouTube. Check us out wherever we're at, online, on TV. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors. We're here every Sunday for your enjoyment. We'll be back next Sunday. I'm Drew Shannon.
I'm Albert Cameron. Thank you for watching.
Have a great week.